Hello, Aquarius. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Lima Tarot. It's by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Alright, already shuffled. Relationship first, single second. Oracle cards come out where needed. Let's see what we got. That's a face down card. Why? Really? There's a lot of why are we doing all the oracle cards face down? That's kind of interesting. Alright, so I feel like these are saying these are time-released cards, almost like they're not applicable until actually that moment happens, which, I don't know. Well, we'll see where it goes. Face down cards. Why face down cards? Your partner, I'm getting, has the Six of Cups here. They're standing in a spot where they seem to be looking at the history of where you've been. Your partner seems to be really looking at how you get along, how you handle things, how they handle things, how you handle things together. Seems to be the kickoff of this situation. Because I feel like they're looking at the past, and I'm getting they're making some changes. And I feel like they're initiating some things that they want to do, and I feel like they're doing things without you. Now, I'm getting this is happening, and this is where I have my first face down cards with the oracle cards. Now, what you don't know, and do they even really know? But I feel like what this is actually good. They're doing something on their own without you. I'm getting home safe protection and courage. Like, I feel like this is actually good for this relationship. Because I feel like this is strengthening them. It seems like this is home safe protection. Like, the relationship, the home life between the two of you seems like it's safe, it's going well. They need to step out on their own a little more, and I feel like this is a good thing. This seems to be strengthening this, because I feel like this is very good. Whatever they're doing outside of the relationship, it doesn't seem like there's anything bad about it. But it's face down, so I almost feel like it's even they don't even realize that this is really good for the relationship, because I feel like this really is. And I'm almost wondering if you're viewing it as a good thing as well. Because I'm getting it seems to be bringing another element to the situation. It seems to be adding to it. Because the way you're reacting, I'm seeing, is the Temperance card. Like, you're just kind of waiting it out. I'm getting like you prefer to do things with your partner, but you're okay with them doing this. It's almost like they're doing something on their own. It seems a little bit like it's a little bit releasing for you, releasing something from you. Like, you're kind of happy that they're doing something on their own, but you are seeming to still miss them. Well, you're in a relationship with them, so you are missing them, but you seem to be kind of proud that this is happening. Because it seems like this is a good thing. It seems to be releasing some stress from you, while it seems to be you're still longing for them at the same time. Now, as I keep going forward, I'm noticing you have two more face down cards. But I'm getting, in the future, you've got the Ten of Pentacles here, where things feel very safe and organized. And I'm getting right next to it is the Eight of Pentacles. Like something is being built here, and I'm getting this third card actually goes with this. So hold on. This is on your partner's side. They got the Three of Pentacles. It seems like they're communicating with you what they've been doing and what they've been experiencing. The Ten of Pentacles plus the 8 makes me feel like you might get involved in this situation. I feel like you might join them in this situation. Whatever they're getting involved with, they're explaining it to you. They feel like they want you to, and I feel like you're considering it. The Ten of Pentacles is like you feel like they did all the legwork and they're explaining to you what's happening there. It sounds like a good thing, and the Eight of Pentacles is telling me you're almost to that spot. Spiritually, you got the Eight of Pentacles, like you're just about to that point where you're going to get involved too. The face down card here, this is interesting. The face down for you is the Trust card. I'm getting this is really like helping this relationship. If there's a thing with trust, or if there's a, like, I don't even know if you want to say it's about, I don't feel like it's, like, trust was broken. I don't feel like trust was broken at any point, because I don't feel like that's the road we're going. I feel like it's just trusting that your partner knows what they're talking about, and, like, following their lead on this, and just giving them that benefit and letting them go forward. That might be the issue here. And I feel like you're letting them do that, and they're explaining to you what's happening and what they're doing and how they like it and all this other stuff. And I feel like you're getting involved and you're getting excited about it too, like, because you want to be with them and you want to hang out with them. You're feeling very proud of them is what I'm getting too. The fact that they're doing this on their own and they're pulling you in after, it just makes you feel good. It just seems like it really makes you feel good that they did this on their own and now they're including you too. It really feels good. Is that right? Okay. Now, what's next is my question, because I'm pulled here. Because you're considering getting involved, and it seems like you're almost going to do it, but then you don't. Then you don't. Is that true? I feel like you're not. And I'm getting, like, you got the harmony card here, because I feel like you're looking at the situation. It seems to be your partner's thing right now. You would like to be a part of it, to be with them, but you're like, I feel like at first you're kind of going that direction, like, yeah, maybe I'll do that. And then you're like, you know what, wait a minute. This is their thing. And I think if I let it just stay their thing, that might be best for both of us. I feel like they need something that should be just theirs, and I feel like this is good. Just let this be theirs. And I'm getting, like, how this is working out. Like, this is face down. The reason you're doing that is because it seems to make things easier between the two of you. Because I feel like you're thinking to yourself, you know what? I feel like this is a good buffer between us. We still love each other. We still come together. I hear about them. They tell me about what's going on. And I feel like this is really good for us. Like, I feel like this is what I want. I want to stay out of this situation, but I want to keep hearing about it. And I feel like I will, so I'm going to keep it like this. I don't think I'm going to get involved. I think I'm going to leave it to them. Now, spiritually, I do want to say, with your partner, it's the Seven of Cups, which is usually, like, possibilities, dreaming, stuff like that. But I'm getting, like, they would like you involved. They would. But they seem to still think of other possibilities, and they're thinking of other ways to pull you in, to be honest with you. I feel like that's what's going on here. Because I feel like they still want you to be a part of it. I still feel like they do. Now, there's a few cards left here, and this is where we're going first. Okay. They have the Page of Wands. I just feel like the challenge card for them is to not become the Page, to stay the Queen. And don't get caught up in the gender of these cards, of course. The Queen is more of a leader energy. The Page is a follower energy. Their challenge is to not be the Page, which I feel like is another reason why you're not getting involved. Because you don't want it to be more about you and less about them. They're taking the lead. They're taking the initiative. You want them to continue to do that, which is another reason you're staying out of it. I feel like that's a big thing here. And I feel like their challenge card is the Page, because while they're involved in this, they have to be the Queen. The Queen energy, they don't get caught up in a gender, but this is having a passion about something and moving forward on their own, taking that initiative and going forward as they wish to. The Page is more follows orders, still active, still passionate, but a follower, not a leader, and they need to continue to be the leader. Now, where this is getting better or heading off, these are face down. They're continuing on this situation, and I feel like they're getting deeper involved with it. The Chariot is telling me they're getting a lot deeper involved in it. And I'm getting the wisdom here is like it's strengthening them. I feel like they're getting stronger, they're getting more confidence. If that was lacking before, that seems to be helping it. But definitely more confidence either way. Even if they had confidence, they're definitely getting more sure-footed here. And I'm getting they're going forward, they're getting deeper into it, and I feel like this is a good thing. I am noticing, though, when they're getting deeper in, that's what when you have the Hanged Man card. And I feel like you're kind of in this transition spot, like you're seeing like, oh boy, they're really getting involved in this. I didn't realize it was going to get this involved. And the Hanged Man is kind of like you're in the spot, like, do I want to like say something and see if I can discourage this? Or do I think this is actually a good idea? Maybe I just want to let this keep going. And I just need to get used to it a little bit more because it's getting more intense. I don't feel like it's hurting your relationship. I just feel like you're noticing they're getting more involved. It's taking more of their time. But I feel like you're just kind of having this Hanged Man moment. Like you're not sure what to do about it. You're not really sure if you like it or not. And your challenge card I'm noticing is the Four of Wands. And you're wondering if this is going to damage your relationship at some point. I feel like that's the question you're wondering. But the challenge card here is telling me it's not going to. You're just wondering if it's going to take up too much time and you're going to feel like you're missing your partner and you're not seeing them enough. But I'm getting that's not going to be the issue because what makes things better is actually the Hanged Man because I don't feel like you're negating it out. You're not saying anything, like you're not complaining or anything that they're spending too much time at this situation. But I feel like you are having questions like, oh, is this getting a little bit too involved? Like, is that a little bit too much? Do I not like that? But you're not saying anything about it. And it does work out because I feel like they are going deeper into this. And it actually seems like it's still good. It's still good. I do feel like this is working for this relationship. I'm getting that they're seeming to get stronger. They're still communicating with you. I just feel them doing this on their own is just really, it seems like it's healthy for this relationship. Are we good? All right, I guess that's what they want to say with this. All right, let's do Aquarius single. Messages for single Aquarians. What do we got for single Aquarians? Messages for single Aquarians. What do we have for single Aquarians? Empowering information for single Aquarians. Empowering information to help them see what's truly happening and help them move forward in a way that they want to go. Empowering messages for Aquarians, single Aquarians. Alright. Let's shuffle these and see what we got here. Got a lot of sword energy coming out here. Intellect, communication. Sword energy connects with Aquarian very easily. Aquarius. Alright, I have to smack that right down. The first thing I'm connecting with is like, this is not the easiest situation. The top card is the Five of Wands. That's discord usually. Sometimes arguments, but discord in some respect. Things don't mesh that well with this person. They really don't. That's what I'm getting. But beyond that, even though there's like some type of grading aspect here, you're still seeming to come together. In the past, there have been moments in the past where you've gotten along. And I'm getting this seems to be like this current situation, or seems like it's in the dating phase. It's not a relationship, so like you're single, but it feels like if this is coming in, like it's like you've gone through a couple dates. You're just at the point where like, what do I do now? Because judgment has already been in your favor. I feel like you've already got this person's attention. But I also feel like the strength card is here is like you seem to be insistent about trying to see if this is going to go somewhere. The other person feels very attracted to you too, though. Yet they also have like the Eight of Swords. They're going along with the situation, but they're really not sure if this is a good idea. But they're feeling compelled because they're attracted to you, that they want to be around you, but it just feels like there's discord here. It really does. And I'm getting like this is on a track. Like, what is going on here? Because in the center, I got the Ace of Swords with the King of Cups. I'm getting you're communicating to this person how you feel for them. And I feel like they're reciprocating that. Like, they're very passionate about you too. And I'm getting like you are connecting on that level. Like, you both think each other. You're both into each other. Like, there's a spark. There's a definite spark here. But there's still discord. I'm getting like the spark is really strong, and that's what's pulling you together. That's the success part. Like, the passion is there. I don't feel like that's a question at all. I don't feel like any of this would be happening if the passion wasn't. Now, this is still going forward, and I'm getting the bottom card here is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is telling me this has been going on for a little while. It feels like it's going to go on for a little while longer. The weird thing about this card in this reading is, like, I don't feel progression, and I don't feel regression either. I feel like the way this feels in the beginning is how it's going to end. It's like it doesn't seem like it really changes. Feels consistent. It feels like it continues. Like, the motion I get from the Knight of Pentacles is like it's continuing. Like, it starts and it continues on, but I don't feel a progression. I don't feel like things are going up a level, but I don't feel like things are going down either. It's just holding the status quo, but continuing on. Like, it still keeps going. It continues. I hope that makes sense. The fact that it's still alive and still happening, that's what I feel like this Knight is telling you. It's almost like they're on a road, it's a flat road going forward, and they just keep trudging along on this road, but it's not inclining and it's not declining, and it's not really seeming like the destination is unclear, but they're headed for something. They're headed for something, but the destination is not clear. Good? Okay. Alright, so I don't know if I showed the Strength card. You're standing with the Strength card. Like, you're insistent to find out what's going to happen here. I feel like you're very insistent, and the other person doesn't seem like they can buck against it. Now, you tell each other how you feel. You're agreeing the passion is there. This is where this gets a little uncomfortable in my opinion. And it's ironic because you see the Harmony card right here, but that Four of Swords is telling, I feel like you're trying to hold back. I feel like you're both trying to restrict how you're reacting to each other. You're trying your best to actually get along because you've already admitted the feelings are there. So you're both doing your best effort to just see how well you can get along and if it can really work out. I feel like you're both on your best behavior at this point. Which seems interesting because this is like a contrast to what it was. But this seems like the first step to, like, this doesn't feel good to me. Because I feel like you're both, like, holding yourselves back. It's almost like, see that one sword laying before that person? Like, you're both putting down your weapons, but by doing so, you're not communicating how you feel. You're not engaging with each other, is what I'm getting. It seems like a problem. You're getting along, but you're both feeling so restricted that I feel like this is not a happy moment. This doesn't feel good to me. You're getting along and there's harmony. Yes, there is harmony, but it doesn't mean you're enjoying the harmony. Because I don't feel like you're enjoying the harmony. I have to be honest with you. Because I feel like you're restricting yourselves, each of you. I hope that makes sense, because it's really weird to have the Harmony card out and people getting along but not happy about it. Because you're just stifling yourself. You both are stifling yourself so much that you're not happy because you're stifling yourself. You got... Alright, the last cards here. You got the Two of Swords with the Seven of Swords. Yep, Seven of Swords. And the Isis Inspiration. Now, for the Isis Inspiration, what I feel with this card is your true nature, like your inner soul. Do you want to put your inner voice? you're being honest with yourself. You're just being honest with yourself. Let's just leave it at that. And so isn't the other person, and you know you're not happy like this. The way you're getting along, if that's what it takes to make this relationship work, you both know that you can't do that for a prolonged period of time. You're both unhappy with that. And I'm getting the Two of Swords is like, I still don't feel like you're breaking from that. You're still seeming to get along, but then the 7 right with it is like, I feel like you're both just slowly just kind of walking away from the situation because neither of you are happy. It's like you don't want to really see each other because you're stifling yourselves and you're not enjoying seeing each other anymore. Like the passion, it's like by stifling how you feel, you're actually stifling that passion too. And I'm getting like you both seem to be kind of quietly walking away from the situation because it just feels like a stalemate. And it's just like you both start avoiding each other. And I feel like it's a slow roll. It's like a slow roll to like the end because I don't feel like this is going to last. And I'm getting like the other person is feeling like this is for the best too. They got the safe home protection. I feel like they're just kind of retreating a bit and they're just kind of letting it just fizzle out on its own. I don't feel like anything explosive, anybody arguing. I just feel like you both don't want to really deal with each other because you're stifling yourselves when you do, and it's killing the passion. It's honestly killing the passion. You're getting along, you're harmonious, but the passion is just, it's killing the passion too. And you're both just slowly walking away from it, and you're just letting it kind of just fade off into nothing. Is that it? That's it. I hope that helps. There's one card I didn't talk about for you. Your thoughts are the 3 of Swords. It's your thoughts though. Because I'm getting, especially when the harmonious part comes in where you're just kind of stifling yourself, you're thinking that sooner or later this is going to break your heart. Sooner or later you're going to be crushed. And I feel like that's another reason why you're just continuing to get along. You're continuing to stifle yourself. But I'm also getting the way this is ending, I don't feel like you actually end up in heartbreak. I just feel like because you're avoiding each other and you're not, the passion is just kind of like, when you're holding back and you're just stifling yourselves, both of you, it's just like it's killing the passion and you're just, it's disconnecting. You're emotionally just moving on from each other. The heartbreak, the crush moment, I don't feel like that actually happens. But I do feel like that's a concern during this whole situation because of the way you get along. And when you're getting along, like even you get along in the beginning, like it's more of discord. But later, when you're purposely stifling yourselves and you're harmonious, I feel like you're kind of, that's one of the reasons you don't fight to like bring back the passion as it was. You don't want the discord again because you're already worried that this is going to end up in heartbreak anyway. So I feel like you're just continuing to just kind of slowly pull back and still be restrictive of your personality is basically what I feel you're doing. Because you're kind of like, this might end this situation, but it's probably going to end up in heartbreak anyway. So you're just kind of letting it fizzle out too. You're just like the other side, you're letting it happen, but the other person seems like they're purposely like just walking away. You're just kind of letting it happen. It's kind of, you're not fighting. You're not getting in there and questioning this person or trying to pull them back. You're just letting them go. And that's why I feel like that's a piece here that I didn't want to like forget to say. You're worried of heartbreak, but I don't feel like that moment happens because it just kind of fizzles out. Maybe that's one of the big pieces of this reading that you need to see. That the way it kind of ends out, it doesn't really, there's no heartbreak. It's just kind of like, this fizzles out due to the restriction. All right, I'm going to let that be there. I just wanted to make sure I talked about that card because that's the only one I didn't touch on. Alright, so I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.